Everyone, I'm Aadi.
And I'm Aadi.
And you're having chai with Aadi.
And Aadi.
And Aadi. Well, today we've got, sorry?
Yeah, and today we have a very special guest. Yeah.
Yes, we do. Especially for you because he was your Yes Plus teacher. I've actually never seen you so nervous for an interview.
Yeah.
Nervous and glowing. But let me just start with a resume that actually precedes this person. Sahil Jagtiani ji, he's been part of the AOL family and a musician for 20 years. He's worked with the likes of Universal, Times, Sony, HMV, Saregama, and has even got SSJ Productions, his own. His first album sold 100,000 copies. And in fact, I looked up my Spotify. The first bhajan that I actually did download was from you, Sahil ji, Ganesha Om. I wasn't used to the bhajans, and as I was going through, I was like, oh, this is something that I actually connect with. Electronic beats, just put together with, the traditional words, and, it has so much power and it's so enjoyable to listen to. We're so happy to have you today. Sahil ji is also a senior director as part of Art of Living, senior program director. And yes, what a resume. He's performed in front of millions of people, Kuwait, Thailand, Lagos in Nigeria, with the I Meditate Africa, Silver Jubilee, as well as our own World Culture Festival. So we're very lucky to have him on Chai with Aadi and Aadi today. Have I missed anything? There's so much. Have I missed anything?
Probably it doesn't make a difference. I would probably not remember that as well, so it's okay.
Well, what are you drinking today, Sahil ji?
Can you repeat that?
Sorry, what chai or what tea do you have today?
So I have a nice drink I make at home. It's a hot chocolate concoction.
Oh, fancy.
We are not great believers in having too much sugar.
Yeah.
So I use jaggery instead. Milk, A2 milk whenever possible. In the lockdown, it's a little tough, of course. But milk, jaggery, and hot chocolate, and good to go. Good to go. So that's my regular drink, or Poojya Sweeta whenever it's available. Right now with the lockdown, getting a lot of these supplies is not so easy. But otherwise, Poojya Sweeta, chocolate flavor, or hot chocolate with jaggery, good to go, man. Good to go.
Very nice. Well, I'll tell you what I have. Sometimes we use jaggery, but today I've got my aunt's honey. She has a few beehives herself. So I got my aunt's honey with some hot water. And since you take yes, I thought you should know that I'm also smart. So I got a cup with a periodic table on it. Aditya, what are you drinking today?
I am on my Sri Sri Yoga TTP. So I am actually having hot water with honey and lemon right now.
Very good, Aadi. Aadi is being fit and fine.
Yes. All right. So we have our viewers, and if you want to interact with Sahil Bhaiya, you can leave your comments on the live chat, and we will forward your messages to Sahil Bhaiya, all your love. And if you have any questions, we will ask them here. So Aadi, let's start.
Yes, let's start with our first rapid fire round, just to get to know you a little bit.
Rapid fire round. Oh,
yes.
It'll be at the end now.
Spice
them up. Okay, go for it.
All right. If you were a song, what would you be called?
Oh,
this one. So many days gone by without you here. When you're with me, there's nothing to fear. No, there isn't. No, there isn't. You gave me all you have and so much more. You lift up my soul. You're the one I adore. Yes, you are. Whoa, whoa, you are. So this song is called Song for You. So I'll be called Song for You because songs should be for you. They should, be for the listener who's listening to them, have an impact on their lives. That's the purpose of melody. That's the purpose of music, to create a positive impact in the listener, not just to cater to the mood. There's so many people who make music to cater to moods, but music and lyrics are much more profound than just catering to your moods. It's actually to improve your mood, to enhance your energy, to uplift you. So if music does that, then it's of value. So yeah, song for you, that would be the one. Sorry, rapid fire, I know, but I had to cut you there.
But it's so beautiful.
Yes, no, I'm happy. I'm happy with that answer. Very good.
And our next question, it's kind of light question. What is your favorite food?
Anything good vegetarian, I'm happy with, as long as, there's love in the food. See, I eat dal chawal every day for lunch. My wife makes it and I just love it, because it's the same love that goes into the food. Smriti, if you're listening today, you know what you have to make.
Hi, Smriti.
Yeah. So, it's like, it's not only the fact, even when I cook, I like to cook. I have become a retired cook after I got married because I trained Smriti and I said, "Now you make it." But for a long time, I was also cooking. But I like it because it's fun. And, there's a great reverence in cooking. So when you cook with love, you enjoy the food. Even in ashram, the food is so simple. Okay. It's not some fancy schmancy kind of dishes. Of course, they have some very nice dishes also at times during festivals, but the food is made with so much awareness and love. And that place is so blessed because of satsang, because of meditation, peace. The vibrations are so wonderful. So that goes into the food. So any food, vegetarian food made with love, I'm okay for it. Yeah.
Beautiful. And who would you like to collaborate with as a musician?
Honestly, I'm fine with not collaborating with anyone else. It's okay. I've collaborated with a lot of people. I've actually done some of the largest collaborations in the art living for Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. We have so many singers. We've had, I've done collab jams on my other channel, Guitar Gear Gyan, as well. That's the thing you missed out. I forgot.
Oh, sorry. Yes, there we go.
So, yeah, so I'll talk a little bit about that also as well. So, I've worked with a lot of musicians, and every musician is unique. You can't you can't categorize them as this person is this, that's it. That's all he can do, because you never know, in the future, suddenly he might, enhance his skill or go to another dimension. So I'm okay to work with anyone. I have no qualms about I have to work with this person, then my life is made. If I worked with this musician, so for me it's just like I'm friendly with anyone. So if there's somebody who's going to add something to a song, I don't mind whatever his caliber is. I don't even mind where he comes from, or if he's got 10,000 followers or 500 followers. It doesn't make a difference. It's just, can he add something to that song? I'll give you an example. There was this collab jam we did, and three of the musicians were like super popular. When I say super popular, I mean like best in India, And there was this one guy who was not well known. He's a bit of a character, in terms of he would wear sunglasses in his room, and film himself. But he's a very interesting guy, and he refused to play whatever we told him to play. He just wanted to do his own thing. And I said, okay, go ahead, do it. And it sounded nice. It sounded very different from what everyone else had done. So, never shy away from collaborating with people. I personally don't have a desire to, or an aim or an ambition to work with somebody, but I'm open to working with as many people as possible. Yeah, go ahead.
Very nice.
Sahil bhaiya, next question. What motivates you?
Right. He's sitting there, he's standing there, and he's looking at all of us. And he's saying, oh, He motivates me. One sound from his mouth and I'm motivated. I'm done. Like I literally, I can fly. If he tells me you can fly, I'll be able to fly. That's how motivating he is. Whatever he says, just that makes my day. That motivates me. I mean, I'll give you an example. I was so caught up in music and, taking courses for me was like, okay, I'll do it. I was one of the best performing teachers, in a few years back. But then after that, with a few musical projects and other things and management work and all, I was like, okay, I'll do once in a month, and and it took a bit of a backseat. Then Guruji recently met me. He said, now you have to take lots of courses. And this was before the lockdown, huh? Just before the lockdown. And he said, now you have to prepare lots of courses now. And I'm like, Guruji, but okay, ठीक है. Then मैं music का भी मैं छोड़ दूँ. अभी ये courses पर focus करो only. He said, नहीं नहीं नहीं, दोनों करोगे. I thought, oh my God, there's already so much work. Now I have to add more, you know. And I tell you, this lockdown happened. I've never been so busy in all my life. You know, we've taught 700 people. I mean, we've transformed the lives of hundreds of people, you know, just by sitting at home and looking at the computer screen through His grace. And I'm more active in music. I'm more active in editing. So, you know, what you think your limits are, the Guru will bash them, break them to pieces. And he will throw you high to the sky and say, hey, you have no limits. Come, I'll show you. And he'll just motivate you to a new level. So, you know, just listen to your Guru, and whatever he says, you know, it's like you have no idea of the energy behind what he says. You know, it's so powerful. So yeah, Sri Sri Ravishankarji, my motivation.
Beautiful.
Well, like you were saying, flying. Well, to travel as a full-time teacher, what are 3 things that you need to prepare for? Well, considering lockdown, I know you're at home.
Yeah,
no. Otherwise,
I've had a lot of experiences in traveling.
Yes.
I can definitely share some of the stories. But yeah, I mean, 3 things you should prepare for well. Don't be fussy about your diet. Just be ready to eat whatever people give you. One, build your immunity. It's a very important point. You know, even if you don't have medicines, you should go see an Ayurvedic doctor, build your immunity, because deferring waters can have a very drastic impact on the system. You know?
really?
Very, very drastic. I developed a lot of allergies because I just went like, you know, gung ho, chalo, let's go and travel from one place to the other of India. Literally, in the first few years of art living, I had given up every single one of my possessions. And I mean that, huh? I had one guitar. I had one trunk with all my old photos, my old stuff. And I had one suitcase full of clothes, and that's it. No cupboard, nothing. Because in ashram in those days, you couldn't keep anything, you know, in one place, or something would happen and it would like basically go off. So these are the 3 things I had. And that trunk would be in my grandmother's house. And my family would say, oh, why don't you keep something? I said, no, you know, I've chosen this life. I want to travel. I want to not, you know, be dependent on any particular, you know, place as such. If Guruji tells me tomorrow go 4 months there, then I should be ready to go, you know. And it was crazy. It was mad. Every week I'd be traveling. 1 week I was in West Bengal. The next I was in the Kumbh Mela. Then I was in Goa. And I'll share a funny story with you. Don't mind us rapid fire, but I can still, you know.
No, we're enjoying this. We're enjoying this.
So I remember one day I was in Raniganj. This was in 1991. Yeah, 1991. No, sorry, 2001. And, you know, I had taken a course, and, you know, they put us on these, you know, I'm from Bombay, and I was a little bit of a spoiled brat in those days, you know, so I was used to comforts of a bed, you know, and flights and no trains and all. Everything got smashed, you know, in that 1-2 years of mine, completely, of course. So this one incident was, I had never slept, you know, under the sky, under the open sky, and, you know, with mosquitoes and everything like that and whatever. And this one course that I was taking, wonderful course, beautiful kids, all expected me to speak in Shuddh Hindi, and I just couldn't, but we got the points across to them. And I remember they put me on the roof, because generally, you know, they say that's the best place for guests to sleep and whatever. They had this concept in their brain. And literally my roof was the sky, you know, and they had this kachua chap put on either side of me so the mosquitoes don't eat me alive. And I remember thinking, Guruji, what is this? Where have I come to? From London, you know, to having a very good lifestyle, coming to this, what is this? You know, kind of this thought came. And open bathrooms means there's no roof on top, and you have to, you know, use a bucket that most people are used to anyway in India. So that was not a big deal. But it was like in a village, you know. And I remember I had that thought in my brain, yaar, ye kya ho raha hai, you know, type thing. And I tell you, the next week I got a call from, one of my mom's friends. She said, I'm teaching a course, in Goa. You come immediately. You're required to come for satsang. So I said, okay, you fly me down there. So they flew me down to Goa. It was at the Taj 7-star hotel in Goa, the Exotica, Vijay Malia's advanced course. And there was me and Chitraji, and we slept in a suite. I slept in a suite on my own. I was sitting over there looking at the ceiling, and I was thinking, last week I was looking at the sky, and now I'm in a 7-star hotel. What Guruji will make you go through? He'll show you down and up, then down and up. Then you have to be ready. So this first thing is, don't be fussy about food, and the second thing is, be prepared. Have your immunity high. Have the medicines required to have challenging water circumstances. And the third is, be okay with everything.
That's huge.
So yeah,
So,
those are the points.
Sahil bhai, you just spoke about that transition from London studying management, international business, and now to a full-time art of living teacher who travels the world, imparting this knowledge, teaching courses. How did this transition happen? Can you share some story with us?
It's very easy, actually. I mean, a lot of people from Bombay will relate to this. We grew up in a society where we're told, oh, the West is the best. You know what I'm saying here? London, you go to London and you'll make it in life, and you're done, and you get a lot of money and you can come back like a king and live here, kind of a thing. And you'll have the best clubs open for you, and so on and so forth. And all those things we get in, those things, those values are instilled in our brains as we're growing up, especially in largest cities in those days in India, where people would look to the West and think that's the best place to be at. America, England, settle there, and my son is in England, kind of a thing. They would say proudly, oh, if your son is in India, oh, what happened to him? He failed, kind of a thing. They had that attitude. So I got into after doing my high school in Hong Kong, my dad was like, I want you to study business management in London. I'm like, okay, why not? I'm not interested in business management, but I'll do it. You tell me to do it, why not? I went. I mean, in the second year, I was miserable. I was really, really miserable. I was not enjoying what I was doing. I had not done the course, of course. And, I had started to take an interest in spiritual things. And I just really was not interested in continuing on that front. And, I did my course in my second year. And I met Guruji, and, I was just like, wow, this is fantastic. And then I went back to London and I saw the impact that Gurudev had across the world, and I thought to myself, I go on this train every day, from one point to my school, my home to my school, and I pass this one particular station where all the major, financial institutions are located, and all the so-called successful people dressed in Armani suits, whatever, boss suits, the best clothing possible on the planet, would enter the station just when I was going from probably school back home. And I'd look at their faces, and they all had one thing in common. You know what that was? No smile. Not one of them was happy. None of them. And if anyone was smiling or laughing, the whole bogie would turn and look at them and say, what? Why is this guy smiling? Why is he happy? What has he got that we don't have? We have all the money in the world. Why is he laughing? Why is he happy? Kind of a thing. And that really clicked in my brain. And I was like, yaar, being with Gurudev is the ultimate wealth. Having this knowledge is the ultimate security. You can have all the money in the world, but if you don't have a smile on your face, what's the point of it? Enjoy money. I'm not saying don't enjoy money. Okay, we all like money. We all like things. We all love to geek out on certain technologies, and it's all fine. But at the core of it, if you're not happy, that expression of happiness is not coming from within through meditation, through being around people that uplift you, then what's the point of life? What's the point of living? That's when I just made a shift in my brain, and I was like, I don't care. He started something that can change the world. I want to be a part of it. I want to help him. I'll do anything to go back there and just, I found my goal, I found my path. My path was not to make millions of dollars. It's to help, as many people as possible to come to this knowledge. And um, I went to him and I'm like, before my third year, I'm like, Guruji, my marks are not so great, kind of a thing. I'm not so wonderful at studies, can I become a full-timer next year? No, master's program zarur karna. I'm like, oh my God, how will I get into a master's program here? This chap is I'm not even doing well. And, Gurudev is like saying that you must go and do this. I was thinking to myself, my God, how will I manage it? And I went, and you know how every student who's done the art learning course will 100% relate to this. Whatever you study, exactly that will come in the examination. You pray, Guruji, I'm doing this for you. My degree is for you. You just give me this one time, and it happens. Ho gaya. Then I thought, okay, chalo, I'll pass, but I'll never get the marks required because I'd done so badly in my second year. Not failed, but I'd not done it well enough to get into a master's program. You have to have a 2-1 average or a 2-2 average to get into a master's program in London in those days, even if you were a full paying international student. Okay, there were no exceptions to that rule. So I'm in India, and I'm fully prepared. Next year, I'm going to do TTC, become a teacher, travel in India. You know what? Yeah, all that nonsense. England, sab gaya kaam se. And I go to Guruji, and 1 month of my holidays were complete, and I had a wonderful time with Gurudev, like in satsang, in ashram, doing seva. I had the time of my life, And 1 month was over, and I go to him and like, Gurudev, अभी मैं बॉम्बे जाऊं क्योंकि वो रिजल्ट्स आएंगे और फिर वो मास्टर हाँ जाओ. And I felt so bad. I'm like, oh God, he's kicking me out. I think I have 1 more month of holidays, so I need to spend as much time here as possible. Then I looked at him and said, गुरुजी मैं वापस तो जल्दी आ सकता हूँ ना, हो जाएगा ना? हाँ आ जाओ वापस. So then I'm like, okay. And I knew in my head that's not possible, because when you go back, you have to do a medical, you have to clear your medical, you have to get an acceptance letter from the college. So that all would have taken 1 week. Then the medical takes another 2 weeks. Then to process takes another 1 week. 1 month gaya, basically. And then it's time to go to London. So I go to Bombay, and my father's waiting for me in the house. And he's like, your mark sheet has come. Let's open it together. I'm like, oh, Bhagwan, I'm gone. Tonight will be a restless night because of my dad. I opened it, and you won't believe, I got the exact marks required to get into my master. Not even 1 mark more. Forget percentage. 1 mark, not 1 mark more or 1 mark less. The exact marks required to get into my master's degree, I got. So I'm like, man, ye to badhiya hai. Guruji ne kamal kiya. This is too good. And then I get another letter. The last date for your application for the master's program in Birkbeck College is today. And I was like, that day. I'm like, okay, great. Yeah, it's gone, because now I can go back to ashram and I can do seva. I'm free. And, I'll say it's a gap year, kind of a thing. My father was like, why didn't you come 1 day earlier? You should have come 1 day earlier. You know how he gives. You won't believe it. That evening, our time, okay, 7 o'clock, Birkbeck College calls up my house and says, sir, we have taken the liberty of filling in your application form and we have accepted you into our college based on your pre-application to our. I'm like, are you running out of people to enter your college? Then he said this one line to me. He says, do you want to come to our college or not? I'm like, yes, please, sign me up. So I signed up. I got the acceptance letter 2 days later. Okay. Then I go to the British Council 3 days later. And I go to, the counter, hand in my forms, waiting for the medical slip, gave my passport, did everything. 1 hour gone, 2 hours gone, 3 hours gone. Then they call, Sahil Jagtiani, come to counter 21. So I go to counter 21. And the lady looks at me and says, take your passport. I'm like, madam, my medical slip, I need to do a medical and go to London, take your passport and go. So I said, ma'am, I need my visa. So I need to do the medical so I can go. She's like, you want your visa, no? I said, yes. You want to go to London, no? I said, yes. Then go. I'm like looking at her so confused. And I opened the passport. My visa was stamped. And I like, okay, bye. And I left. And I go 1 week, exactly 1 week later, back to ashram after leaving ashram. And I entered the main gate. In those days, it was the old ashram gate. And Gurudev Sri Sri Ravishankarji is standing on the top of the stairs. Ho gaya na sab kuch. हाँ जी. Uh, that day onwards, I'm like, I never worried about anything. There's so many things that happen, so many instances. But where will you get? You go to Anderson Consulting, you go to Arthur Anderson, you earn lakhs of rupees, and you have these miracles in your life? No chance. You have this kind of happiness? No chance. I'm not saying don't work in these places. Everybody's path is different. Okay. Some people need to do business, but that does not mean you can't be spiritual. For me, it was a calling. It was like, I need to do this. And now I'm more settled after going mad traveling for 10 years, for 12 years. Now I'm more settled. Now I run a music label. I do guitar reviews. I do so many things, but still fully immersed in this knowledge, still fully immersed in this love. That's what I think everybody needs to find, their equilibrium in life. you know and if there is a time where you feel, no, I just need to do seva, I just need to serve, then that is your calling. At that time you need to do it. Because doing seva, doing good for other people, it's a very rare calling. And it's a blessing to get that calling. So just remember, that ever comes to you, know it's coming from Gurudev. So yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, thank you so much. It's so beautiful. I know for me and a lot of volunteers, especially the ones starting the journey, these kinds of guru stories really show us the other possibilities of our journey. Of course, everyone's is different, but it shows us the possibilities. So it's so beautiful. But I would also love to hear a song from you, Sahil Ji, if you could, please.
Yeah, sure. We'll do one song, then we can call it a day, because it's already gone on quite long. But before I do that, I'll share one story with you before we go ahead to that song. So there was one time we were sitting. This is in London. Me and this one devotee, we were on a train and we were talking about Gurudev, and we just generally talking about Guruji and how he's this and that and all those things. And she was sharing her story, I was sharing my story. And yesterday Guruji said, you don't know, when you talk about your stories in Narad Bhakti Sutras, he said, when you talk about your personal experiences with the Guru, when you talk about these uplifting stories, you don't know what kind of a magic you create. When he said this, I remembered this story. So I thought I'll share it with you. On this train, on the metro, on the tube, when we were going, me and her were chatting. And one guy just comes to us and says, I don't know what you people are talking about, but I have never seen so much happiness, love, and energy in my life. Whatever you are talking about, tell me about that, please. I want to be a part of this. And he came and did the course. Can you believe that? So for you who are abroad, especially in Australia, don't think you have to be shy, or don't think it's not proper to talk about love, to talk about the Guru, to talk about these things. You don't know when and where you can change someone's life. So you are there in Australia right now, all of you who are watching this from that country. Remember, this is an opportunity for maybe you to share this knowledge with someone who would never listen to it, who would never get an opportunity to taste this bliss. So, the way I would look at it is, in London, I was there to help a few people. I must have done so many intro talks. I got 2 people to do the course out after talking to about 200 people. But those 2 people have taught thousands and thousands of people today. So you don't know the impact a little bit of your effort can do. So, anyone who's abroad, don't think, hi, I wish I was in India. Hi, I wish I was a part of it. You are a part of it. Guruji loves you so much. That's why he sent you over there. So you can bring some of the people, you can touch some of the people's lives who would need this very, very badly. Okay. So I'm not going to sing a song, because I have a satsang tonight at 9 o'clock. Okay. 9 o'clock on Instagram and 9:30 on Facebook. Yes, on Facebook. So make sure you're joining me for those 2 events. But I want to show you something that I'll sing it and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So this was a song I wrote in my youth, in my college days. In my college days, particularly somebody said, make a song. So I said, okay, I'll make a song. And I wrote the song and this random lyrics. He said, I broke up with my girlfriend. Can you make a song for me about that? And then I'll sing it. And he was my singer. So I'm like, okay, let's do something, So I did it and it was like this. First I'll sing the English version, then I'll sing the... What will I do without you? You're the one thing in my life that takes me away to a whole new different world. Memories, and I forgot the words. I'll get to the chorus line. And life without it ain't all that bad, 'cause you made it out to be. You still got your friends, your own faith, and above all your sanity. Don't need to live your life on precious lies to please another soul. Just gotta do what's right for you and watch the future unfold. Whoa, whoa, unfold. कदम कदम लेते हुए तेरी याद आती है, जहाँ भी देखूं वहाँ भी बस तू ही मेरे लिए बस आप ही सब कुछ हो। प्यार से तो पकड़ लिया पर छोड़ना नहीं। ओ गुरुजी आप ही तो अवतार हो, गुरुजी आप ही तो अवतार हो। ब्रह्मा विष्णु गणेश गोविंद नानक बुद्धा महेश्वरा, ओ आप ही इन सब के स्वरूप हो, आप ही इन सब के स्वरूप हो। गुरुजी आप ही तो अवतार हो, गुरुजी आप ही तो अवतार हो। अवतार हो। So both those songs, if you see, one was written in a college dorm and the other was written in Sumeru Mantapa. The music was the same. The melody line was the same. The words were completely different. One was about anguish and loss, and the other was about love and what you gain in love. You gain a guru in love. So you see, words and music have their purpose. So the first one was written more about a mood. Then I made it about, I wanted to change it a little bit. So instead of a breakup, I made it about addictions, how you can get over them. So that had some more meaning. So then I released that song as called Hope from Addiction, as a tribute to that particular creative point. But this song, Guru Avatar, the way it came to me, I was sitting with one of the sevaks in Sumeru Mantapa, and I was like, listen, I have this tune, what to write, and I want to write about Guruji. So then I would ask him, then he corrected me a little bit, okay, let's do it this way, let's do it that way, in the lyrics. And the best music is a happening. You may have a solid foundation, a solid base for it, but when that magic touch comes, it's like a blessing. It's nothing you can plan for. You may have all the, like, for example, you may play C here, you may play C here, you may play C here, you may even, play it here. But at the end of the day, what C will come through in which place is, I don't know how to explain it to you. It's like a happening, suddenly something will click in your brain. You're like, wow, for this song, this is going to work, you know? So many songs I've written in the past. I've got some 32 albums out. And I would say that they all happened. Yes, you have to build. This is an advice now to all the people sitting at home and listening. Build your knowledge. Definitely build your knowledge for music, you know. Learn chord shapes, learn triads, learn scales, learn everything you want to learn on guitar, on piano, or whatever it is, you know. Build your skill set. But remember, when you're writing songs, just let go. And the best way to be creative is to be silent. The more and more you meditate, the more creativity comes up. So meditation, practice, both together make you a very, very solid musician. And you know, I've seen people who live in the head with music a lot, you know. Oh, I'll put a fifth there, I'll put a third there, I'll put a diminished minor here chord, I'll put a, you know, they go into that. They lose that magical touch, that divine touch that comes from making a song relatable to somebody just goes. It becomes more of a mind exercise. So that's very important. That's why you see a lot of the musicians go into this ego trip, you know, because their minds are so welled up with so much of knowledge of music that they don't let it go and they don't allow themselves to be free. So music and meditation together make you a happy person. Otherwise, you know, can go all over the place. Okay, one last question. Come on, Adi, go for it.
Um, yeah, Sahil Bhaiya, so you have been a part of such big events, World Culture Festival, Silver Jubilee, and you have done so much work with Gurudev, with Art of Living. A lot of us volunteers also want to do so much seva. What will be a tip for us, especially here in Australia?
You know, in London, we used to have 3 people ka courses in those days. 2, 3 people ka courses also was allowed. And then you get 3 repeaters, say, please fill it up, you know, kind of a thing. I know everyone, everywhere in the world, worldwide, it's damn tough to get registrations. And so we all do these lovely exercises. It's fine. But start. You know, I remember that in the initial stages of satsang in London, we used to have 3 people, then 2. Then me and this guy, Matthew, he would play those chanchans and I'd play guitar. And we'd be like, come what may, every Thursday, man, we're going to do satsang. Even if there's only 2 of us, we're going to just do it. We're going to be regular. So when you're regular in your seva, don't think you're doing a small seva. You have to start somewhere. That start point then went on to a Mahasatsang of 45 people. Then we got Rishiji. Then we got so many other people, so many other teachers. And then it just ballooned out. Today, I don't know what the situation is over there. But that initial start, that first seed, you need to put that seed in the ground. You need to water it. And that is effort. That is where it's not joyful. It's not wonderful. You're not getting the results you want. But you have to keep that smile on your face and you have to keep at it. And when you keep at it, you watch and you see it will just grow. Results are up to him. Effort is up to you. Remember this. Results are up to him. Effort is up to you. You put your efforts in, one day the results will come. You know, I always joke around and tell people, I give people, 22-year ka intro talk, then they finally come. You don't know when someone's going to come. In your family, some of your family members might be adamant they don't want to come, they don't want to come. You keep telling, no, you must do the course, you must do the course. Does it mean you stop telling them? No. You keep telling them because you love them, because you want them to experience the bliss that you're going through, you work. So same way you have to treat everybody in the world, especially abroad, like your family, and just know that one day it will benefit them. So you're doing it for their good. You're not doing it for numbers. You're not doing this to think, oh, I did a great seva. No, this is a very big seva. Working even with 1 person or 2 people and really working on them. That's also a very, very big seva, Don't think that it's just a numbers game. It's not at all a numbers game. It is a quality game. So build the quality, work at it, and that quality one day will probably inspire thousands also. So you don't know which Buddha you are creating from your efforts. You don't know which person, which Mother Teresa you are creating from your efforts, which Sevak you are creating from your efforts. You don't have a clue. This is something I've seen from Gurudev. His levels of thinking are multidimensional. When he tells you to do something, it could be for 10 other people that you have to do that action. So you are in the right place at the right time. So just keep doing and you watch and you see your life will blossom.
Thank you so much, Sahil
Thank
Bhaiya.
you so much.
And on the screen for our viewers, we have live satsang with Sahil Bhai every Saturday, 9 p.m. India time on Instagram and 9:30 p.m. India time on Facebook. You all must join, share it with as many people as you can, and inspire them too, like us. Thank you, Sahil Bhai.
I have one question for you now, Aditya. How are you
Yes.
doing over there in Australia? How is it different compared to Himachal Pradesh? Are you missing Shimla, or are you okay there also?
As you said, no, Gurudev gives you flavors of every
Yeah,
place. In the
yeah.
last few years, I have gone from mountains to a desert, and from a desert to now a place with ocean. And to be honest, Sahilbia, every place feels like home and everybody feels like family. I think it's all because Gurudev has made it like us, like that for us, like one world family, as we
I
say.
still remember our yes to course in Shimla with you. It was such a beautiful course, no? So
Yes,
nice. I'll never forget
it
that.
was
Smriti
amazing.
and me did that course. Yeah. So see, this is the whole thing. So like, it's so amazing. I see one of my students now in Australia making a marked difference like this. I'm so proud of you. You don't know, you're
Thank you.
sitting over there, you're interviewing people. It's so nice to see youngsters doing this kind of a thing. Um, you know, a lot of people over there, a lot of people in the world actually think, what will my efforts do? How will I make an impact? How can I do? Don't think, just do it. Now is the time. This is the time to serve people. This is not the time to worry about your life. You're alive. That's the most important thing. You are alive. You're breathing. You're not dead. There are 395,000 people who have died, but you're alive. Be grateful for that fact. And this is not the time to worry. This is the time to serve, to be useful, to help. If you have a talent, share it with the world. If you want to help people learn something, if you feel I can cook, I can do that, just start, just help. These two youngsters are doing something so wonderful. So then I happily agreed. And of course, because Aditya's my little boy from Shimla, so I have to say yes to him for whenever he says, Bhaiya, please come. So I said, yeah, of course, no problem for you, anything. But it's like, how do I say it? It's like, don't let the world not see your beauty. This is the time to share your beauty. You're locked in, but blossom like anything, and share that beauty with people. So wish you all the best for these wonderful interviews. And do join me today 9 p.m. On Instagram and 9:30 p.m. on Facebook. And you can see all my albums on YouTube and on
Spotify.
Spotify and iTunes and all those lovely other streaming sites. And also, we have a channel. I didn't share this, but I should. Um, in India, a lot of the times I saw something in a lot of guitarists here in this country. It's very different from how it is abroad. Guitarists are very scared to share what they feel, or share what they really want to say, because they want to please all the manufacturers in India, so they're like, इसने कुछ एकदम खराब बनाया, but I have to keep my terms with that retailer, so I'll share. So nobody was doing actual reviews of products. So I thought, yeah, must start this. Somebody has to do this. We started and we've had such a wonderful response, and all the guitarists are secretly messaging me. I'm so glad you said that about that brand. I'm like, I don't care. I'm here for Gurudev. I don't care about guitars and all, but it's fun. I love guitars. I enjoy the whole process of talking about them. So it's another dimension. So don't think, oh, this is not good because it's not only Jai Gurudev. No, every dimension of your life is beautiful. Share it with people. This is the time to share. So these video series started 1 year back, and now they're gaining momentum. So if you like guitar, so go to youtube.com/guitar gear gyan or facebook.com/guitar gear gyan and support us. It's a wonderful initiative, and I want to see you guys also starting some wonderful initiatives in your lives, like Aadi and Aadi have done. So a double Aadi and a double goodbye. Tata, ciao, ciao, bye bye. See you all soon. See you today in Satsangs.
Thank you
Yes.
Bye.
so much for your time.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Lovely talking to both of you. Wish you all the best and have lots of success on this. And may you interview many, many wonderful devotees and share their stories on this excellent platform. Jai Guru Dev.
Thank you,
Jai
Jay.
Gurudev.
And that was a beautiful session, Adi. And
Incredible, incredible. Oh my gosh. I'm so grateful to be part of this, or just hearing stories live. amazing. And for everyone watching, I hope you got as much out of that as we both did. Meeting him for the first time, his presence, his music, feels so blessed to be part of that. And the way he said, I know this really spoke to me, but whatever we have, we just share. Like, I know he was saying that, like, no matter where we are, we can still have an impact, like sharing whatever we can. And I think another thing Gurudev has said, that something that you cannot do is not seva. So whatever you can do, you should do. And I totally relate to the intro talk thing, because I've done so many, but, saying like, just start.
That was really encouraging,
So good.
We get discouraged as volunteers that, we are putting so much effort, what's happening? As Sahil said, you don't know when that one person can impact such a huge impact. So just work on quality. That is beautiful, and beautiful takeaways. Next week, Aadi, we have another beautiful guest with us. And
I'm very excited for.
Yes.
Very, very excited for.
We have Kamlesh Barwal, the yoga enthusiast. Actually, she is leading yoga, I must say, throughout the world. And we will get to talk to her, listen to her stories. Beautiful. She's a beautiful person with so many achievements right from her young age. So we are looking forward to that. Do join and please subscribe.
And like and press the bell for notifications. And if you know anyone who's doing yoga TTC or is interested in getting more involved with the yoga side of AOL, or even just the yoga experience, please pass them on to come and watch a yoga instructor live, sharing her life experience through Sri Sri Yoga. I know Aditya's doing AOL TTP, so I know this is going to blow your mind.
Yes. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Jai Gurudev.